The first of the smooth rhythms that we're going to look at is waltz. This is a very romantic rhythm, and it's got a very flowing feel about it. The music is in 3/4 time, and it's the only music that is in 3/4 time. The steps are therefore counted 1, 2, 3, rather than being counted slow, quick, quick. If we look at technique that is specific to waltz, we see that the forward dancer, who's usually the man, will take a heel lead as he steps out. So when he steps out on his lead foot, he's going to take a heel lead, which causes him to drop, because in order to get your heel on the floor like that, you have to bend the opposite knee. That's the person going forward, usually the man. The person who is dancing backward, and is usually the woman, will take a toe reach from the hip. So you don't want to have a reach that comes just from the knee. You want to have a good strong reach coming from the hip, and that will also cause a dropping action. Rise and fall is a very important part of waltz. It starts by going down on one, rising up on the second step 2, and continuing up on the third, and at the end of the third, coming down on the flat of your feet. Now we've already seen how we create the downward action. That's the man's heel lead and the woman's toe lead. But after you've taken your first step, as you come onto that step, you will roll onto the ball of your foot, and your second step will be taken on the ball of the foot. You will continue to rise up on your third step, and then drop to the flat of your feet. The first figure we're going to look at is a forward waltz. In this figure, the man will start on his lead foot. He'll take a heel lead going forward. Then on his second step, he'll go forward on his trail foot slightly to the side. And on the third step, he will close his feet. In waltz, many of the third steps that you're going to see are closing steps. Now the lady's steps in waltz are back steps because we're in closed position. She's going to start on her right foot, and the first step the lady will take is a toe reach back, then back and slightly to the side, rising, then close her feet and come down at the end of the third step.
Now we're going to dance 2 forward waltzes. The first starting with our lead foot, and the second starting with our trail foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The next waltz figure we're going to look at is called a box. This is a 2-measure figure. We're going to start showing the man steps. So the man is going to step forward, taking a heel lead, side and close, and then he will step back, side and close. And you can see that he's made a little box shape on the floor. The lady will do the opposite steps. She's going to start on her right foot, and she's going to go back, side, close, forward, side, close. The 2 measures together make the box.
The box. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The next figure we're going to look at is called a left turning box. This figure is built on the box figure that we just looked at, but it's a 4-measure figure, so it's 2 boxes, one done after the other. The other difference is that this figure is going to turn left face, so that you will turn 1/4 on each one of the measures, and in the end you will come back to where you started. So let's look at how the man dances this figure. He is going to start by taking a forward step, and as he steps on that foot, he's going to start to swivel on it 1/4 left face, step to the side, and close his feet. That's your first measure. Now, just like in the box, his next measure will go backwards. In this case, he's going to step back, swivel, step side, and close. And then he will do that twice again. Forward turn, side close, back turn, side close. And he's facing the direction that he started with because he's made a complete turn at this point. Now ladies, your steps are the natural opposite of the man.
Left turning box. A 4-measure figure starts with the lead foot free. The man's first step will be forward, the lady's first step will be back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now let's look at another variation on the box figures called two left turns. This figure turns a little more than each measure of the left turning box. This one turns 3/8 on each measure for a total of 3/4 turn. So the man will start this figure facing line of dance and he will end it facing the wall. Now let's look at the man's figures. He's going to start by stepping forward, rolling onto his foot and swiveling, but instead of stopping at 1/4, he's going to overturn it by 1/8 and step side and close. So he's now turned 3/8. The next figure he will take is the backward part of the box. He's going to step back, start his swivel, step side, and close. That's another 3/8 turn, and it leaves him facing wall. The lady's steps are the natural opposites of the man's.
Two left turns. A two-measure figure, starting line of dance, finishes facing wall. Each have a lead foot free. The man's first step is forward, the lady's first step is back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Our next figure is called a whisk. A whisk usually starts in closed position, facing wall, and in 3 steps, the man will be leading the lady to a semi-closed or a tight semi-closed position. Starts with the man's lead foot free. His first step is forward. He's going to stay low into the step. Then he's going to step to the side and start to rise high. And at this point, he's going to start to rotate slightly right face, raising his right shoulder and cross his lead or left leg tightly in behind his trail leg while he's leading his lady to face semi-closed line of dance.
Now let's look at the lady's steps. They are the natural opposite of the man's, but there's a change in position at the end of this figure that Paul is going to explain to us. So, dancing the whisk, the lady will step back, side, and a tight cross and back, with a turn to semi-closed position, a tight semi-closed.
A one-measure figure starts with your lead foot free. The gentleman is going to want to lead the lady from closed to semi-closed position by applying a little bit of right face rotation between step 2 and step 3. The whisk. Our next figure is called man across, woman across. Starts with your trail foot free. In the first measure, the man is going to cross in front of the lady and come to the lady's right side. In the second measure, the lady's going to come across the man and back to the man's right side. It finishes in the same position which it starts. The first step for both partners is through. The second step, the man is going to step across with his left foot, starting a right face roll to face line of dance. The lady's going to step straight through the man's feet. The third step, the man's going to complete his right face roll towards line of dance. The lady takes one additional step forward.
In the second measure of the man across, woman across, we're going to switch parts. The woman is going to dance the step the man danced in the first measure, and he will dance her steps. We're going to start by stepping through, and the man is going to take 2 more forward steps. The woman is going to take her second step in front of the man, and then she will turn to face line and take the third step.
Man across, lady across. The full figure starting with the trail foot free. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Our next figure is called a pickup. This starts from semi-closed position with a trail foot free. The objective of the pickup is to bring the partner from semi-closed line of dance to a closed position line of dance. The steps for the man are through, starting left face rotation, forward, and close. For the lady, it's through, starting left face rotation to close to face the man, side and back, and close her feet. 1, 2, 3. Our next figure in waltz is a twirl vine 3. This is a single measure figure. Starts with the lead foot free. We'll show you the figure. 1, 2, 3. Now here the man's going to be doing a vining action, while the lady's going to be turning underneath the joined lead hands. The man, so steps side, turns slightly right face, crosses right, or trail foot behind his lead foot, and steps side. The lady is going to start by stepping side and turning to a semi-closed position. Then you step through, turning to face reverse, then back, turning to face the partner, then out into semi-closed or promenade position. Twirl vine 3, a 1 measure figure. The rhythm is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Our next waltz figure is called a canter. Now this figure differs from all the others we've taught you in that you're not going to take a step on every beat of the measure. We'll demonstrate the figure. Step side, draw, close. That's 1, 2, 3. The man's footwork. On step 1, the man is going to step side on his lead foot. On step 2, he's going to draw his trail foot to his lead foot. On step 3, he's going to take weight on his trail foot, leaving his lead foot free. The woman's footwork in the canter is the natural opposite of the man's. She's going to step side on her right foot on step 1. On step 2, she's going to draw her left to her right. On step 3, she's going to take weight on her left, leaving her lead or right foot free. Waltz canter, a 1 measure figure. The rhythm is 1, draw, 3. 1, draw, 3. Our next figure in waltz is a roll 3. This can be done with either the lead or the trail foot. We'll first show you with the lead foot. On step 1, we'll step to the side towards line of dance. I'm going to start a left face roll, Anne's going to start a right face roll. Now we're going to bring our trail foot through the partnership. We're going to turn to face reverse line of dance. Now we're going to complete the roll by bringing our lead foot through the partnership to face. Roll 3. Towards line of dance with our lead foot free to start with. Now if our trail foot was free, we go towards reverse. Here we're going to step side to reverse. I'm going to start a right face roll. Anne's going to start a left face roll. On step 3, we go through the partnership and turn to face line of dance. On step 3, we bring our trail foot through to face. So that's a roll 3 to reverse. Now we could do that roll 3 and check the last step with a lunging action. So here we're going to do the roll 2 and then we're going to lunge to the side. Now the checking action means we're going to stop our momentum with the intention of moving in the opposite direction. 1, 2, and lunge. This leaves a trail foot free for a roll in the opposite direction. 1, 2, and lunge. Roll 3, a 1 measure figure. The rhythm is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Our first routine in waltz starts with a left turning box. Starting facing line of dance, 4 measures, back to face line of dance. 2 forward waltzes. And finally, a waltz box. Our second routine in waltz starts with 2 left turns. Facing line of dance, 2 left turns to face the wall, twirl vine 3, man across, lady across, pick up line of dance for 2 forward waltzes. Our final routine in waltz starts with 2 left turns facing line of dance, which takes us to closed position wall. Here we're going to do a roll 2, and on step 3 we're going to be lunging to the side and extending our arms. 1, 2, lunge. Our trail feet are free. We're going to do a canter towards reverse. Now we're going to do a roll 2 to reverse and lunge with arm. This time it's man's right, lady's left. Then canter towards line of dance. Twirl vine 3 and a pickup line of dance. Two penny waltz. A 2 measure weight and left open facing wall. You're going to roll 3 and then pick up line of dance. Roll 3, pick up line of dance, left turning box. Two forward waltzes. Waltz box. 2 left turns. Face the wall. Twirl vine 3. Man across. Lady across, pick up line of dance for 2 forward waltzes. 2 left turns, face the wall, roll to line of dance and lunge, canter reverse, roll to reverse and lunge, canter line of dance, twirl vine 3, pick up line of dance, left turning box. 2 forward waltzes. Waltz box. 2 left turns. Face the wall. Twirl vine 3. Man across. Lady across. Pick up line of dance. 2 forward waltzes. 2 left turns. Face the wall. Roll 2 and lunge line of dance. Canter reverse. Roll 2 and lunge reverse. Canter line of dance. Twirl vine 3. Pick up line of dance. 2 left turns. Face the wall. Twirl vine 3. Check through tilt reverse and hold.